welcome back to Axis Anime. My name is Henshin Ikeda, and I'll be doing a walkthrough review of Gargantia and the Verdurous planet, episode 11. Now, if you remember from last episode, we find out Pinion has expanded his crew while Leto is lost in confusion. But moving on past that, we find out Chambers is helping out Pinion to identify this new technology which he has scavenged. Now, I like where it's going, but we still don't know any of this new technology which was found. And what good is it since it's so old? I mean, how many centuries old has it been underneath this water? I guess we'll find out. Now, toward the end of the episode, we find out Commander Kugel has returned. And that's where the episode ends. And all my final thought and rating at the end of the clip, so stay tuned. But let's dive right on in. So we open up this episode with Pinion. Now, Pinion fires a warning shot at an oncoming vessel. Now, we don't know if they're pirates or not, but all we know is that there's an oncoming vessel coming right at Pinion. And Pinion, he uses this new technology that he put together himself to fire a warning shot at this enemy vessel. And guess what, fans? This enemy vessel, which again, we don't know if it's pirates or not, fires their own warning shot, and it's even more impressive than Pinion's. And I swear to God, it looked like Pinion shit his pants. Or at least wet himself, one of the two. I thought it was hilarious because his Pinion's like, what? What just happened? They're not supposed to be able to do that. And it gets better. We find out Leto, he returns to the Galactic Alliance Command on Earth because Commander Kugel is now in control, or should I say he's in power, if that makes any sense. So instead of Leto staying with Pinion, Leto leaves Pinion and he goes to find Commander Kugel. And he returns to the Galactic Alliance Command, if that makes any sense. And again, that's where we open up with. Moving on past that, we are taking to a little cutscene with Leto. Now, Leto is seeking out Commander Kugel so we can find out what's up, what are we going to do next. However, Commander Kugel, he doesn't want to leave his cockpit of his mecha known as Striker because he claims to have a disease on Earth. How come Leto didn't get a disease? Wait, did you sleep with someone? Find out later something happened? Come on, what the hell? Are you serious? Commander Kugel doesn't even want to leave his cockpit of his mecha. Why? Is he shy, antisocial? Oh wait, no, he's got some random disease. Yeah, bullshit. And guess what? Chambers, he requests from Striker to know what this disease is. You know, send me all this data on this disease so I can find out what's really going on. I thought, Chambers, at least you're doing something. I mean, it makes sense. I like how Chambers doesn't believe a word that Commander Kugel says, and he asks for the data on this disease. Although, you know, it's a computer technically, or an AI in this case, so Chambers really isn't doing this to find out if he's lying or not. He's just doing this to keep records, I guess. But still, definitely worth mentioning. Now, moving on past that, this unknown ship, which has shot a warning signal at Pinion's ship, out of nowhere, wants to talk with a representative from Pinion's group, or in this case, Flange's fleet. And they want to talk to the representative. In this case, it would be Flange. However, Flange was a little let down because, you know, if these representatives, they want to talk to Pinion. They don't want to talk to Flange. Because in this case, Pinion is the one that's really in control, because he controls the tin can, which belongs to, you know, Leto technically, and at the same time he has this new technology. But again, you know, Flange's fleet, or should I say in this case, Flange has been pushed aside, and apparently Pinion is the new representative of Flange's fleet, and he'll be talking with this unknown vessel's personnel, it looks like. I thought it was kind of funny. I mean, really? Pinion a representative? Pinion is a jarhead. Pinion is a moron. Pinion is a pinhead. And you want to put him as the representative? God save us all. Literally. Now anyways, out of nowhere we see a surfing lobster which appears. It's a surfing lobster mecha, which means Luke Cage has returned. Hey, I love seeing all these former characters return. But again, we know nothing about Luke Cage other than she's a pirate, captain of the pirates, and she went missing after Leto defeated her. But anyways, Luke Cage comes out of nowhere in her surfing lobster to retrieve the representative known as Pinion, and I thought it was kind of funny. And she's now acting as an escort, not an erotic escort, but you know, like a transportation escort. And I thought that was kind of funny. But she picks up Pinion and she takes him back to her vessel. And I thought, what's gonna happen next? I mean, it's Pinion. He's gonna fuck it up. Why? Come on, Luke Cage. You could have picked a better stiff. Now, moving on past that, we are taking to a little cutscene with Leto and the Commander. Now, apparently, the Commander already knows about the hideout, about the whale squid, how they're the evolution of mankind, and I was a little shocked. Well, I was a little shocked. I mean, now that you know the truth, and Leto now knows the truth that you know the truth, why are you so smug? Why aren't you doing anything about it? And why haven't you come out of your damn cockpit? All we're seeing is like a virtual image of the Commander. It's very disturbing because you don't know if the Commander is really there or not. Is this a fake image? Is this his mecha known as Striker faking an image? We really don't know. But again, Commander Kugel, he knows the truth about the hideout. What the fuck? If he knows the truth, why is he so damn smug? I know I said that twice, but I mean, what the hell? You're smug. Makes no sense. Apparently the Commander asked Leto to help him change Earth. That makes no sense. Why would the Commander want to ask Leto to help him change Earth? Is he a dictator now? Did Commander Kugel turn into the villain? I think so. He looks like he's a dictator now. Think about it. He's not coming out of his cockpit. He created a new organization, his own fleet. He's the only highest power now on Earth besides Leto, because Leto's an ensign while Commander Kugel's a commanding officer, so technically he's a monarch. If you want to become a monarch, there you go. He's a monarch, he's a dictator, you name it. That's it. In my opinion, right now, Commander Kugel, he's the villain. I don't trust him right now. He wants to change Earth. Well, no offense. If Earth has all these random fleets with humans in charge of everything, wouldn't it be interesting to recreate the United Nations so everyone has, a right to say something instead of one particular group? We're not North Korea. I mean, they're not North Korea. It makes no sense. But that was my 2 cents. Moving on past that, we are taking to a little cutscene with Striker, which belongs to Commander Kugel. Again, Striker is Commander Kugel's mecha. And anyways, we are taking a little cutscene with Striker, and he's talking with Pinion, which I was a little flabbergasted. Yeah, I'm bringing it back. Yeah, so I was a little flabbergasted. So we see Striker talking to Pinion, and apparently he gives Pinion an aptitude test. I'm like, right off the bat, I thought Pinion was going to fail this aptitude test. No, he actually passes, ironically. Now, Striker, he wants to help Pinion with his repairs and fixing, all the scavenged technology. Okay, that's too good to be true. What's the fucking catch? Apparently, Striker even wants to help Pinion evolve his technology, come up with new designs. I'm like, he wants Pinion to come up with new technology, and he's willing to help him since he has all this knowledge and what have you, just like Chambers does. And apparently, Striker, I guess as well as Commander Kugel, they want Pinion to become the next engineering officer. An engineering officer. What? You're giving Pinion way too much credit for being a pinhead, which is barely good at fixing and repairing things. He's just good at scavenging things. And now you want to become an engineering officer and come up with new technology? Wow. And right off the bat, Pinion says, yes, I'll do it. Of course you're going to do it. They're going to freaking kill you if you don't. And then they have Pinion sign all of these contracts. I'm like, all these pieces of paper signed here, signed here. He's a pinhead. He doesn't know what the hell he's signing. And that's what I love about Pinion. He's a moron. For all you know, you could be signing away your life to someone. But it is kind of funny. But anyways, moving on past that, we are taken to another cutscene, but we are thrown a bone here about the Flange Fleet and the Kugel Fleet. Apparently the Flange Fleet, which, Pinion was a part of. Obviously, Pinion was definitely a part of the Flange Fleet, but he's not in control of the Flange Fleet because, Flange is the one that's in charge of his own fleet. But anyways, I digress. Flange Fleet and the Kugel Fleet are now joined together officially. So the Flange Fleet is no more. It now belongs to the Kugel Fleet, and it gets even weirder. Apparently, the Flange Fleet was forced to surrender. That's right, they were forced to surrender. Thank you, Pinion, for fucking that up for us, man. It gets better. They split up the Flange Fleet in the Kugel Fleet, if that makes any sense. I'll say that one more time. They split up the Flange Fleet. They cut them up into different groups so they don't get to talk with each other in case there's an insurgency. It kind of makes sense, but still, they split up everyone that was in the Flange Fleet, and that makes everyone uncomfortable. And then the Kugel Fleet starts to paint everyone with like little religious logos on each person's forehead. Right now, the Kugel Fleet to me looks like a goddamn, I don't want to say like a religious faction, but I'm going there. They're like a religious faction that's gone rogue with this goddamn dictator known as Commander Kugel. Hey, that's what I think. That's what I'm seeing, and it's wow. Now, toward the end of the episode, we are taking a little cutscene with Commander Kugel. Apparently, he has an awareness strategy about to take effect, or in this case, about to commence. And I'm wondering, what the hell is this awareness strategy that you have for mankind on Earth that could be so important? But all I can really say is it's aimed at Gargantia, and Leto is not liking this. But again, that's where the episode ends. As for my final thoughts, well, first of all, what does Commander Kugel have in mind for Gargantia? What is he going to do with Amy's... I said Amy. I keep forgetting. It's not Amy's fleet. It's Ridget's fleet officially. But what does Commander Kugel want to do with Ridget's fleet? We have no idea. I mean, Bellows is on Gargantia, and I love Bellows. I want her to be one of the main characters, but what's going to happen with everyone on Gargantia? Is it going to be destroyed? Is it going to be converted and then split up in the Kugel fleet? We have no idea. There's so many what-ifs. And I'm also curious, what did Stryker have in mind when he officially made, or he or she, we don't know if Stryker is a male or a woman because it's a mecha, but I'm assuming it's a guy because Stryker is more or less a male name, although the voice was slightly feminine, but you know, that's just me. But anyways, I'm curious why Stryker made Pinion a engineering officer when it's been kind of demonstrated that Pinion's a moron. He'll sign anything, he'll do anything, he'll follow orders. Yeah, he's a good foot soldier, but he's just a damn pawn. If you have high-powered computers, why the hell do you want to teach other people this technology? If more people can start to think, if this is a dictatorship, from my point of view, and again, if this really is a dictatorship, why would you want to teach the lower half how to evolve more? Why would you want them to design their own shit? I mean, you have high-powered computers, these mechas, they can do their thinking for themselves. As soon as Pinion knows how to do more things, he's going to make his own mechas. You know, they're going to try to overthrow this dictatorship, in my opinion, but I can't wait to see what's going to happen. And that is it for my final thoughts. As for my rating, 3 out of 5. This episode didn't wow me, but it still was a little captivating because we get to see Luke Cage, Commander Kugel, they return, and then Pinion basically surrendering. I thought that was kind of funny. Come on, his appearance when he shoots a warning shot at this oncoming vessel, and then the oncoming vessel shoots back with even a greater shot, was hilarious. It was hysterical, and I loved it. But again, final rating, 3 out of 5. And that is it for my walkthrough review of Gargantia and the Verdurous Planet episode 11. Definitely comment down below. Let me know. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Definitely subscribe. Check me out on Twitter. And follow me if you like. Let me know what you thought of this episode. And let me know what you think's going to happen in the next episode that's coming out. But again, guys, that ends it for now. I got to hit the bricks and I got to go. And before I go, I got to say it, and I always say it. You can't stop the access, but you can watch the feed. I'll see you later, guys.